The 1950s might seem like ancient history, but this decade produced some real gems that are still worth your time today. If you're in the mood for a classic that won't put you to sleep, here are 8 movies from the 50s that absolutely hold up. The 400 Blows is the story of an incorrigible French boy who becomes a petty thief. It features a fantastic performance by young Jean-Pierre Léaud, who would go on to become a star in French cinema. Largely unknown to most American movie fans, The 400 Blows is a personal favorite of actor Nicolas Cage, and it's a film worth discovering. The film was Oscar-nominated for Best Original Screenplay. All About Eve features Anne Baxter as a conniving, ambitious fan of a famous stage actress, Bette Davis, who infiltrates herself in her life. The movie is smartly written with great performances from the entire cast, with Davis and Baxter earning Best Actress Oscar nominations, neither won. The film earned a staggering 14 nominations and won 6, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor. Watch out for Marilyn Monroe in an early supporting role. She's hilarious. But this film is one of Bette Davis's best roles. A classic Western morality tale, High Noon finds Gary Cooper as a marshal trying to retire and leave town on his wedding day, only to discover an old enemy is coming to own to kill him. He decides to stay and face the outlaw rather than run, even as the scared residents of the town turn their backs on him. The film features an iconic performance by Cooper, who won an Oscar for Best Actor. Grace Kelly plays the faithful new wife, and keep an eye out for a young Lee Van Cleef and Jack Elam in the film. Cary Grant made 4 films with director Alfred Hitchcock, with North by Northwest easily their best. Grant plays a man caught up in the worst case of mistaken identity. The cops think he is a murderer, the bad guys think he's a government agent, and the woman he might be in love with isn't who she claims to be. There are a couple of great set pieces in the film, including a biplane chase through a cornfield and the finale at Mount Rushmore. The film was nominated for 3 Academy Awards. 25 years before he gave an iconic performance in Coppola's Apocalypse Now, Brando gave his first Oscar-winning performance in this film. Brando's emotionally grounded performance is a standout, even after 7 decades, playing a washed-up boxer who finds purpose in standing up to his corrupt union bosses. On the Waterfront won 8 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Director for Kazan, and Best Supporting Actress for Eva Marie Saint in her first film role, in addition to Brando's Best Actor win. Paths of Glory doesn't seem as well known as other Stanley Kubrick masterpieces. Most film fans can name at least a half dozen of his films without this one coming to mind. However, it not only ranks among Kubrick's best, but is now widely considered among the finest film ever made. Set during the First World War, the film stars Kirk Douglas as a French colonel who defends his soldiers against charges of cowardice and a death sentence from an ambitious general after a failed attack. The film tells the story of a samurai's murder, all from different points of view from witnesses, the wife, and the bandit accused of the crimes. Even the murdered samurai tells his story through a surreal sequence involving a medium. The movie's structure has inspired many films in which a story unfolds from different points of view. It was given an honorary Academy Award for Achievement for a foreign language film, and is credited as the reason why the Academy added the category in subsequent years. The Searchers is an absolute masterpiece, not just in the Western genre, but in filmmaking period. Director John Ford could not only shoot a gorgeous-looking Western, he could give it an emotional depth and sincerity like few others could. Ford's collaborations with John Wayne are legendary, but The Searchers is their best. Wayne plays a man driven to find his niece, who has been kidnapped by Indians. Finding justice, however, is more complicated. The final shot in the film is cinematic perfection.